No, it's not the tribe of that regime that becomes the problem. The problem is we have elements of Fidalists in the Yoruba land, and the majority of the Northerners are extreme Fidalists. You know, Fidalism, they share it, you know, both in religion and politically. So the Yorubas who are feudalists, the Arab Yorubas who are feudalists, who share the same feudalism with the North, seem to have this trendy cultural and social, you know, synergy they are using politically to destroy Nigeria. So that is why at every point in time, a lot of people have not asked the questions why, you know, Abiola was not given that presidency. Even though we knew that Tofa and Abiola shared the same fate. So it's still going to take us back to, you know, what is the meaning of Nigeria and how Nigeria came to become Nigeria. But that's not where we're going today. If you look at it from that perspective politically, you will know that, you know, the feudal system that has some remnants of feudalists who are already in the political circle, breeded by the same northern feudalist propagandists and with the jihadist agenda, are now looking at it from that direction. Even though it was powered as Muslim ticket, if you look at it deeply, you would notice some things, you know, that has to do with some certain agenda of the North. The failure of Buhari's administration is just a spillover of what we are just witnessing today. Tinubu is a feudalist. And of course, if you look at how they have been able to describe him, they see him as an emperor. You know what an emperor is? If you have a nation where an emperor rules, that means it's not a republican country. If you're talking about a republican country, there should be those components that makes that country republican. And we are not seeing it. So Nigeria is more of feudalism. Nigeria is more of, you know, functional, you know, monarch system, disguising themselves as democracy and secular society. So when you see Tinubu doing some certain things, performing some certain things, you understand that are just traces of who they represent and where they're coming from. There's no two ways about it. There's no difference. It's the same ideology, it's the same understanding. So the continuation of transferring and sustainability of that theory is in accordance with what has already been in existence. But at every era and at every point in time, they try to change the name, but with the same agenda. So it takes a deep-minded individual or somebody to understand the situation where we find ourselves today. And the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still being held tells you that Nigeria is not a nation, it's not a country, it's not even a republican entity. Nigeria is running a pure feudal system.
With the North and West in power.
Yeah, no, yes, no, of course. Very clearly, you can see the speed and manner, the triple somersault at every policy, because it is not in their nature to transform or to know how to transform from the system they have already bred by themselves to the reality of the secular society. They cannot do it. There's no how they will do it. And for you to return Nigeria to Republican nation, country, the way they say Federal Republic, Nigeria is not a republic. Nigeria is a banana, I don't know, animal kingdom, zoo. In fact, anything you can, if you look, Nigeria is a total disappointment. And that is why we keep on saying it from the point of view of patriotism. From the point of view, from the way and manner somebody like Emeka Ondoku sees Nigeria. From the point of view of someone like Ngoti Wala, the way they see Nigeria. From the point of view of Patutobi, from the point of view of P2B. But unfortunately, Tinubu is wearing somebody's shoe to Rror. And that shoe now is oversized. It's oversized shoe. Unless he returns the shoe to the owner, to the rightful owner, Nigeria will continue to somersault. Okay, they have already tagged him. The northern Nigeria have already tagged him one-time president. Still saying that the woman, the Igbo, don't have no right to ascend presidency because of why they say it's Jonathan. Do you know why the North is pointing towards that direction? Instead of coming out boldly to say, no, even if this man he has messed up everywhere, apologize to Nigerians, then let us see a political synergy or build-up or movement, that will force this incompetent party out of the way. But still, somebody like Gaduje is threatening the entire eastern Nigeria. Maybe they have started seeing Nigeria as a can somebody say, what is now democracy? It has to do with the people's choice. And you have seen in the entire Igbo land, we have so many parties vying for whatever, occupying different. That is the beauty of democracy. But Gaduje came out and said, because you are not, all of you are not in this party, nothing for now. That is terrorism. And in a sane society, somebody like Ononuga should be in jail. Somebody like Gaduje should be in jail. Somebody the Oba of Lagos should be in jail. Somebody like Reno Mokri, MC Oluomo, they all should rot in jail if Nigeria is a republican. So they are just signaling the conquest already. We must understand that. Yes, it looks as if the Igbos are calm and they're watching them because the Igbo is the only barrier, tumbling block. Unfortunately, I know that any time from now, Britain is going to distance themselves from Nigeria. Go and mark it. I'm telling you clearly what is going to happen. Whatever that is taking every Nigerian president to Tantan House, after going to Tantan House, once they come, they become president. The unveiling of that report is what we are waiting for.
Okay, we know that under Buhari, the Fulani went on rampage, killing and all sorts of criminalities. Under Tinubu, how are the Yorubas now the problem?
Let me tell you how they have become the problem, because they share the same ideology and the continuity of that ideology. If you look at what happened,
are they killing? Are they?
See, bro, let me tell you what you mean by philosophical and way, the reason that has brought genocide, that has brought ethnic cleansing, that has brought Ibophobia. It will get to a point that it will lead to, physical and armed struggle. Because before you start going into war, the quarrel or misunderstanding would have started somewhere. And we get to a boiling point, then everybody will now say enough is enough. So you don't see it that it is the Yorubas are not problematic. They are problematic. If they are not problematic, Tinubu shouldn't have been president.
Yeah, what? Tinubu shouldn't have been.
At all. Which it took the Igbo consciousness to understand that this is purely an advancement of conquest. They always use the Southwest. They said it. You can remember so many years back when they said that they know if they want to do anything against the Igbo, they know how to use this. The Northerners were coming out and they are boasting with it. When they want to destroy Jonathan's administration, who did they use? I'm asking you now, who are they? Can you mention? I can give you names of what Northerners did with Yorubas to destroy Jonathan's government. You can mention their names. Who did they use? Say Igbo man they use. They know, they understand it because they shared it. That's what I'm telling you. They shared, there's something you might not be able to see that they share in common. One, they see Yorubas as partners in conquest. If you look at what transpired during the Niger-Biafran War, though it was not a pure military affair, it was purely a military affair, but the Yoruba media termed it an Igbo coup. Something that when IBB and the rest of them overthrown, and nobody says it's Buhari or Izola or is Kavantan or Sokoto. Nobody, we didn't hear anything like that. So what you are saying is becoming very, do you know why Igbos said go with your protest? Go around with your protest. They were even saying on Tinubu will stand. Bros, if you know the meaning of that, it is not funny. It is not funny. So definitely, if we are not using this platform to say the truth, then would you not mean to be coward? Those Jonathan say these areas are no-go areas. I was looking at Jonathan in 2014 where he wanted to conduct a confab. He said there are no-go areas. Why would you say? Where would you keep that place you said that is no-go area? That's where the problem is. It needs to be resolved. They don't want to expose what led to 1966 coup. Now the British government is afraid of the Igbos. The British colony is see we are going. Are you not seeing the recent statement credited to the Burkina Faso military head of state, Ibrahim Traore? Didn't you see what transpired there? Didn't you see what he said? Didn't you see his position in Africa? Are you not seeing what Mali is doing? Are you not seeing what Niger is doing? Are they not pulling from this demonic bloc? They call themselves ECOWAS and AU. Fela and Nicolas Pakuti was not in support of all this. Fela was more conscious of how African man, the culture of an African man, and that's the culture of the Biafran nation. Why are they deviating from being real? I don't see if it. You see, that's why it will come to a point. Christians in Nigeria are going to become radicals. It's coming to that point where we will activate the other side of the Jewish nature in us. It is not Nigeria that makes us Jews. It is not Britain that makes us Jews. It is not America that makes us Jews. This is what we are. Because ab initio, prior to the civilization, the Igbo man has embraced the culture, the only culture that can link you to the bosom of Abraham is circumcision. The Igbos have it before the Portuguese came. And subsequently, over the years, we have seen Britain, I know what I'm telling you, if Britain does not remove, I know they are going to do that anyway. Nobody should go to Charter House after going to Charter House, you go and activate an agreement, a secret agreement between Britain and the northern Nigeria. Then you come back, you become president. You think we will not know. That document they signed at Chatham House has already been exposed. It has also been exposed when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is a big obstacle to them. They should understand that. Do you know what Shakespeare said? He said, a coward died many, many times before his death. We took their bombs for complete 4 years. Bombs! You know what I mean by bombs? The Igbo nation fought a modern warfare and survived and succeeded. Now, I've not seen it anywhere. A modern, the first of its kind in Africa. You know what I mean by modern warfare? Today, the Yorubas are sitting in one place while the Igbos are already in the enemy territory. This time around, they should just forget anything, because the level of which the concept has spread is a very big movement now. And we must give credit to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We must give credit to the visionary himself, who saw the need of us retaining our own identity. That's Emeka Nwegwojuku. The men of God themselves should understand. The men of God are not meant to keep quiet. What should they, who are they keeping quiet for? They should not keep quiet for anybody. In the normal sense of it, they are supposed to be governors, presidents, ministers, cabinet members, because the church, the government was modeled after the church. Everything Igbo build redeem. Igbo build winners. Igbo build everywhere. But then, Igbo is not qualified to be president in Nigeria. Then when there is wahala, they say make you put them for front. Put them for front, let them go there. Let them go perish. Put them for front. When it is time to share the national cake, how many ministers would Buhari Tinubu boast today that of Igbo extraction? How many ministers? How many ministers is in the south and southwest here? How many ministers? Bros, you see the governors we have today, the Igbo governors themselves we have today. I can tell you clearly that it is not going to be a physical thing anymore. Go and ask Ebuka Obi. Go and ask all the Obis what is happening. They will tell you the time has come. It might not be something that can happen, you know, but you see, a journey of 1,000 miles has begun with a step. And the step has already... Forget, Tinubu not get any sympathy for Igbo man. Forget it. Bros, this is not a time for romance. If you look at Tinubu very well, if you look at him very well, what he is wearing to Asu Rock is creating problem for him. And that is how God has already designed Nigeria as a nation for destruction. And when the time comes, we will know who was more Nigerian than others.